I'm going to show you guys the best way to clean all different styles of sneakers. Make sure you stay tuned to the end so you can watch me clean my dirtiest pair. Right off the rip, I just want you guys to see the major differences between the shoes that I've done a quick cleaning to already. These Yeezys in the front, I wore these in the sand for multiple days. You can see the difference in the shade of black from each pairs of these sneakers. The dirtier one has a tan complexion going down the front there. This one has been cleaned, a quick 5-minute clean. It doesn't take long to get your sneakers back in wearable condition. These blazers right here, I'm pretty happy with the outcome. They do have some marks on them. I wear these as gym shoes. So they've got black rubber scuffing against them pretty much every single time I wear them, but overall the leather came super clean. You guys know I love my ones. The laser ones were a beater for me for a long time. Honestly, looks like I might have mowed the grass in them once or twice, but again, even just a 5-minute quick clean, it's a night and day difference. And as you can see, the worst beater of them all, we've got the Cyber Monday ones. You might not believe this, but I still only spent about 5 minutes on this pair of sneakers, and I can't even recognize what they look like before. I'm going to show you guys the product that I use, exactly how I use it, and we're going to run through a couple of these different styles of sneakers so that you can clean yours the best way possible at home. I've used a lot of sneaker cleaners over the years, and I've never really found something and used something that's been so practical. Honestly, the different stiffness in all of these brushes that you see in front here makes such a huge difference regardless of what cleaner it is that you're using. If you guys like what you see today from me cleaning these sneakers, I do have this exact product, this exact kit linked in the description below. I'm telling you guys, this process is super easy. It's got free shipping. It's $38.99. I believe the retail price goes all the way up to $50 on this, so $38.99 is kind of a bargain to get it through Amazon and to have it shipped to your door for free. Not a sponsored video or anything, just trying to show you guys something that I use, that I like, that works efficiently. Now I'm going to go in order from cleanest to dirtiest sneaker, that way I don't have to change my water. This product does recommend you use 4 ounces of water. That's what I have in this bowl here. And then it just says to add 2 squirts of the cleaning product per 4 ounces that you use. So I mean, really, it doesn't matter. You just kind of eyeball it. We're going to start with the Yeezys because really all that we're worried about is the upper and the midsole there. These ridges are kind of tough to get clean if you're just using a rag. Normally I would suggest any sneaker that you clean, we're definitely going to do it for the Cyber Monday ones, but any sneaker that you clean, wipe it down with a rag and hot water first. Get all the dirt off that you can with just a wet rag, and then get into your cleaning. I'm going to use this soft bristle brush to work on the upper. So yes, this soft bristle brush is safe to use on the knitting of your Yeezys. I've already done it on one. I mean, you can pretty much scrub as hard as you want to, really, and it's not going to hurt anything. These bristles on this brush are super soft. To get the best cleaning possible, really, you could take out the laces and make sure you get all that prime knit, you know, the right shade of black or whatever shade you're working with. For time purposes, I'm gonna leave the laces in. You can even go right over top of the laces and clean those up a little bit as well. So I'm gonna stir the product in here, and you're gonna see in your bowl, it looks just like water still. But as I apply it to the sneaker here, it's gonna start to foam up. Really, you just want to work that in to the prime knit all the way around. Yes, you're going to get your shoes wet. You're going to have to leave these sit for a few hours, if not overnight, to dry. You can see I'm just going to go right over top of the laces, clean those up as well. Like I said, I was wearing these in sand, and you know, sand's pretty much just dirt whenever it comes to materials like this. So really, up until now, I haven't found a good way to clean Yeezys other than just giving them a quick wipe down, whether that be a wet rag or a dry rag, to try and get some dust off. With these being black, you know, I wear them a lot. They don't show a lot of dirt to begin with, so really it doesn't take a lot to clean them. That's pretty much all I'm going to do for the upper. The only other thing that normally concerns me is this midsole. The outsole, I mean, you're never going to get this white boost clean. I've seen so many people try and get that clean. Unless you do a whitening process, even then, you're not going to get the boost clean. Who cares? It's on the bottom of your shoe. Even if you try to sell these on a used market, people aren't really going to care about the boost that much. As long as the upper looks clean on Yeezys, you're good to go. Now you can use the soft bristle brush on this midsole as well. Typically, I would recommend using the medium stiffness on the midsole, but the Yeezys have, you know, that rubber that you don't really want to scratch up. So for these, it's pretty simple. I just go around the whole sole like that. With a rag, it's tough because you got to try and get your fingers in there, and it's next to impossible. So I'll go all the way around the midsole, and the sheen that you get afterwards is incredible. The midsole looks pretty much brand new. So that's it. A shoe like this, it's pretty clean. Take your rag, give it a good wipe down at the end. Night and day. You can already see the difference in color. These still need to dry some more. You can see at the beginning of the video, these were two totally different shades of black. Now they match, they're clean, ready to rock, beat around some more. These blazers, I'm gonna fly through the uppers, mostly because I pretty much just showed you the basis with the Yeezys. These ones are leather, so we have a different material. You don't really have to be easy on these with the soft bristle brush. I'm just gonna scrub in every which direction. I'm gonna try and get some of that black off there. Like I said, I wear these to the gym, so a lot of these scuffs on the midsole are probably not going to come out, but I'll show you exactly what I'm gonna try to do to get as much of that out as possible. But I'm gonna fast forward while I do this upper here. All right, now that we got the upper pretty much scrubbed all the way around, we're gonna give that just a quick dry off. You're probably gonna splatter some of the cleaner on the upper whenever you're doing the midsole and the outsole, if you do the outsole, so wouldn't really worry about them getting wiped down perfectly. But you can already see a lot of the stuff that was right here and on the medial side of the upper. I mean, that leather cleaned up really well, especially just for being a beater gym shoe. I mean, you can see all the creasing and everything. Normally, getting the dirt out of those creases is super tough, but this cleaner does the job. I'm gonna take the medium bristle brush and I'm gonna go to town on these midsoles. These midsoles are not going to come perfectly clean. Those are all scuff marks from, you know, plates, dumbbells, the black mats at the gym. So I'm not expecting a miracle here, but I want them to, you know, come somewhat clean. You can see on the pair that I did clean already, there's a little bit of staining, but really it is a night and day difference. And I didn't do anything to the outsole. So like everything that you see spilling over onto the midsole there, everything that you see spilling over, that's just because I didn't do anything at all with the outsole. I might actually hit the outsole a little bit with these at the end. All right, definitely don't love the outcome of the midsole, but like I said, it's a gym shoe. You can't expect much. I just wanted to show you guys this because a lot of people will just beat up gym shoes, and you know, gym shoes for the most part stay pretty clean, but they do get scuffed up, and you can get a lot of that black off of your gym shoes with a simple cleaner like this. Overall, pretty happy with how those turned out. Not to mention, I could have gotten these way cleaner if I would have gotten into that hard bristle brush on the outsole, or if I took the laces out and did some work on the tongue, you know, the lace holes, stuff like that. For a quick 5-minute clean, turned out pretty nice. If you want to keep your white shoes looking good, you probably should not mow grass in them. You can see some of that green staining on the midsole, and you know, this outsole's translucent, it's already yellowing, so without doing a whitening process, I'm not going to get those clean. So I'm not really going to work on the outsole. I'm just going to work on the midsole and the upper. I'm going to go to town with the soft bristle on the upper and then scrub the crap out of the midsole with the medium bristle. This one I'm going to be a little bit more careful than I was with the blazers with the medium bristle. I don't really want to scratch the upper or peel back any of the laser printing. Not that it matters a lot, but you guys definitely have to be a little bit more careful with the hard bristle brushes depending on what the material of the upper is. I would never suggest going to town on a midsole with a shoe that's got like suede or nubuck on it, because you're going to scratch it. You definitely need to be a lot more careful whenever you're dealing with shoes like that. These that we're doing today are pretty much all beaters. Without further ado, all right, I got the upper mostly clean. Give those a quick wipe down just to see if we missed any spots. Looking pretty good. Again, I'm a psychopath. I didn't take out the laces. I just kind of went right over top of them, which is fine. You're just going to sacrifice how clean you can get the tongue area, the lace holes, the laces themselves, all that. You can also take your laces all the way out and put a fresh pair in, or just throw them in the washing machine. I'm going to try and get as much of that green out of the midsole as possible. I'm going to use the medium bristle brush, try and be careful around the upper. I might even get the hard bristle out for these midsoles just because they are beaters, and at the end of the day, whatever happens to them can't be worse than the way that they looked before we started. Also, I would recommend doing this outside. I know I have a towel down and everything, but you do fling this stuff like everywhere, especially when you're scrubbing the crap out of them. I actually did the first shoe of each pair outside, and it went really smooth, and this is a little bit trickier, but I want to show you guys a good angle, and outside just wasn't going to cut it. I mean, just that one spot right there on the midsole, you can see a huge difference. I scrubbed that for literally like 20 seconds, and already big difference. It gets the stitching clean on the middle of the midsole too. Pretty cool. that's a good like 1 minute clean on the midsoles there. They have a little bit of yellowing. Again, this shoe is actually pretty old. I'll have to look up whenever these dropped. I want to say like, oh man, probably like 2015, 2016. So we're nearing like a 7-year-old pair of shoes that I mowed grass in. So, you know, my expectations weren't perfect by any means, but these weren't even really wearable before. And now you could throw these on, kick them around, go to the grocery store or something. I used to wear these like every single day just because I loved the colorway, and you know, I'm a one-head. So 3 pairs down in a pretty short period of time. Last one for us to tackle, Cyber Monday ones. Again, an old pair of sneakers. Even the clean one here has a little bit of yellowing on the heel. Not gonna be able to do much with that unless you do multiple cleanings or, you know, ice the midsole, which I didn't think was too worth it. I did do one quick clean on the outsoles of these, and they're wrecked. I mean, look at how bad that pair is right there. Now, like I said, when you have a pair of sneakers this dirty, you're gonna waste your entire bowl of cleaner if you just get started on them. So I'm gonna take these outside, I'm gonna beat the outsoles, and then I'm gonna get a wet rag, and I'm just gonna get most of the dirt and mud off really, really quick, and then I will get after it with the cleaner. Boom, all right, so I knocked out the outsole the best I could. Just hit it with a wet rag real quick. As you can see, thing's shot. That's gonna have to go in the trash, but now we can get to work on the uppers of these. I'll swap this medium bristle for the soft. With this being a black shoe, it's gonna be a lot easier to make it look, you know, fresh, new. Really, one of the biggest things is getting your hand inside the shoe and kind of pushing up on the creases. That way you can get the dirt out of all the creases. You can kind of see me working my finger along the toe box there where I've creased the heck out of them. So I'm gonna do that and scrub simultaneously. Try to get all that dirt out of the cracks and crevices. Obviously, using a brush helps with that too. You can't do that with a rag because you just can't get into all the nooks and crannies that you can with a brush, which is really what I love about this kit the most. I'm just gonna go straight across the laces. Get that Nike tag on the tongue, all crisp and white. I like going in the same direction as the laces. With a soft bristle brush, I don't think it really matters too much, but if you go against the laces, it could like fray them, but I haven't had any indication of that on any of these pairs that I've done yet, so not too worried about that. Where all the different panels start and end, you know, around the Nike check and all that, you kind of want to scrub in different directions so you can get the edges of all those leather cuts. I'll go in circles, I'll go side to side with the cuts, I'll go against the cuts, just to try and work that cleaner in as best as I can. Because you don't want to have a 99% clean shoe and then around every single stitch or every single material cut to have like a dirt line. So make sure you're thorough with it. I know it's a quick clean really, but I mean, be thorough, be efficient with your time. Upper is looking fresh. Water in my bowl is looking disgusting. Sheesh. I'm excited to be able to wear these again too. Just in a couple minutes here, that you saw how wrecked these shoes were, and just a little bit of cleaner and some elbow grease goes a long way. This is a pair of shoes now that we're like, it matches everything. So I can wear these whenever I'm not concerned about, you know, beating the crap out of a pair of sneakers to like a concert or something like that. I'm gonna go crazy on these midsoles. You can see the difference here. Clean pair, dirty pair, still dirty pair. I'm probably not going to get any of that yellowing out of the heel. You can see it's pretty consistent on both pairs. But I'm going to clean up this midsole and then show you guys how you can get after the outsole. One's obviously going to be super tough because they have the stars, a lot of perforations on the outsole. Look at how dirty that water is. That's something else I would recommend. If you're doing multiple cleanings, you might want to change your water in your cleaner every so often. Definitely want to clean and rinse everything out whenever you're done. I flung that cleaner everywhere. Whenever you do a shoe that's super dirty, you might have to do the upper twice. Just hit it quick again at the end because you're going to throw all this nasty crap all over the side of your shoe. Midsole came pretty clean. Outsole, I'm not even going to try on these right now. I'll finish that later. You can see, I mean, night and day difference between those outsoles, and really I only hit it once really quick with dirty water. That's pretty much the gist of it though. If you want to hit the outsoles, you're just gonna have to get a fresh bowl cleaner and go to town with the stiff brush. Ones are gonna be tough, but I mean, you can get your stars a little bit cleaner than what they were. At the end of the day, it's on the bottom of your shoe. As long as you can get your midsoles pretty clean and the uppers looking fresh, why fret? For not having to take the work out of getting the laces out of everything, throwing things in the washing machine, buying super expensive cleaners, I feel like this was a pretty successful cleaning session. If you want to get one of these kits, don't forget that link is in the description below. This cleaner will last It says 100 cleans, but honestly, I feel like I could get more than 100 cleans out of them. I've done 4 already, and you know, I didn't even make a dent in the bottle. If you guys have other methods of cleaning that may work better or maybe worse than this, share your experience in the comments below. And as always, my DMs are open. Hit me up on IG. The handle is the same, at @AllABSneakers. I have more tutorials coming for you guys, so if you want to stay hip to those, make sure you subscribe, turn your notifications on so that you do not miss a single one of them. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you watching, and do not forget, this is all about sneakers.